Defendants in the Trump case are expressing vindication from what they claimed was a political prosecution in Fulton County. Our team coverage continues now with 11 Alive's Doug Richards live from the state capitol tonight.
And Doug, we know that there was a new law enacted this year from the Senate. It may put tax holders on the hook for their attorney's fees.
It sure seems that way. The dismissal that we've talked about here certainly opens the door very broadly for the use of the new law enacted during this year's legislative session by the legislature's Trump-friendly Republican majority.
These cases should not have been prosecuted in the first instance, and especially against, my client.
Attorney Chris Anulowicz represented Bob Cheeley in court. After the 2020 election, Cheeley was part of a vocal group of Donald Trump supporters who contended Trump's votes were miscounted. In Fulton County's sprawling indictment, Cheeley faced racketeering and other charges, which all got dismissed around midday.
I have chatted with Mr. Cheeley, and he is extremely excited and feels vindicated by the dismissal of all the claims against him.
Anulowicz contends Fulton County should have never prosecuted the case, and other defendants' attorneys agree. Trump's attorney Steve Sadow wrote, "This case should never have been brought. A fair and impartial prosecutor has put an end to this lawfare." Defendant Michael Roman's attorney, Ashley Merchant, wrote, "We knew if someone who was unbiased took the case, they would agree that this case should never have been brought into our court system." And former Georgia Republican Party chairman and co-defendant David Schaefer wrote on X, "This farce is finally over."
The law allows him to recover those attorney's fees in this case, and we intend to do that.
Anulowicz says his client will claim attorney fees from Fulton County taxpayers. This year, Republican lawmakers wrote that law with this case in mind.
We're all Americans. We are all Georgians. We get to have different opinions. We get to have different political points of view. But for having and holding those political points of view, we should not be prosecuted.
And Anulowicz says that same message should also be directed currently at President Trump, who has leveraged judicial power against some of his own political opponents. We are live at the Capitol tonight. Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
Doug, one question for you before we let you go. Hiring an attorney is not cheap, right? Do we know how much they could seek an attorney's fees? We're not talking about hundreds of dollars here.
No, you're probably talking seven figures here. The question is whether it's really seven figures or maybe 8 or even 9 figures. Some calculations will take place in that.
Some calculations will take place, and it will be interesting to see if it's paid or if there is pushback. We will wait to see. Doug, thank you so much for this.